A very pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. Yesterday, a video was sent to me, and the video that was sent to me was about an incident between a retired police officer and a serving police officer. And it was really troubling, very troubling, and I'll explain why. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a Rastafarian now, but in 1976, when I was a young man, I was a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I spent 5 years in the band division, then I migrated to the United States of America. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in 1976, when I was enlisted as a young police officer, the training that we had lasted over 7 months. And to tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen, most of us came out as model police officers, absorbing the training, respecting the fact that we're once a policeman and twice a civilian, and respect the fact that when a civilian breaks the law, it is nothing personal against you as the police officer. It is against the state and the laws of the country. Now, when I saw that videotape, first thing first, let's dissect this videotape in a little bit. Here we have a retired superintendent of police. The crime that he was guilty of committing was to overtake a long line of traffic. Hence, he was pulled over by the police. Now, as a retired superintendent, you would have expected that he conducts himself accordingly. Because remember, when you're a policeman and you're out there on duty, not even the commissioner of police is supposed to come on that scene and direct how you must carry out your duties. It is totally left up to your discretion. Now, I see both of them as equally wrong. As far as I can remember, if you ask a motorist for his driver's license and the motorist tells you that he forgets his driver's license home, he is required by law to produce his license at the nearest police station within 20 or 48 hours. I don't remember quite sure. It is not really an arrestable offense if you cannot produce your driver's license. So let's get that out the way. Now, remember, we are not privy to everything that happens, but based on the videotape, there was no reason at all for that policeman to whip out his pepper spray and to spray a senior citizen, not even recognizing that he's an ex-cop, but the fact that he's a senior citizen. And remember, I told you, if you break the law, like if that senior citizen overtook a line of traffic and broke the law is not the policeman. He's just there to upkeep or upheld the law. So for him to just whip out his pepper spray because he asked the man to exit the vehicle and the man did not readily comply, and for him to pepper spray that man, it tells me that he has a very short patience. He's short fuse. And I want to tell you this, that man was lucky that he was not shot, because it could have been a different situation, that guns would have been drawn and shots fired. So, ladies and gentlemen, I personally see both of them as being in the wrong. Wrong because you're a senior police officer and you know that you're not supposed to overtake a solid white line or overtake around corners or whatever the situation might be, that you'd end up breaking the law. And as a senior personnel within the police department, I think that that ex-police officer should really be in the teaching mode, so to speak, and further educate this young police officer on the right way to go. Remember, he broke the law. If that's the case, if he overtake a line of traffic, he broke the law to begin with. So two wrong doesn't necessarily make the situation right. But based on how the story played out, you notice how quickly he exited the vehicle when he recognized a fellow officer, a fellow ranking officer. He recognized that officer and immediately exited the vehicle. Lessons to be learned here. Whenever you get caught by the police in breaking the law or suspected to break the law, use calm, tact, and discretion in your approach. Because they say a quiet answer turneth away wrath. It is like a domino effect. Negative begets negative, begets negative, begets negative. And we're also trying to let the world know that, hey, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and if you can look in the background, you'll see a picture of me in my uniform. And I'm going to post that picture in this video so you take a look at what I look like then. Right? I respected everyone that I come in contact with. I absorb my training. I know that when someone breaks the law, it is not against me personally. It is against the state. So I don't have anything personal against that individual. But sometimes these misguided young police officers, which are in the few, trust me, they're in the very few, because you have some great police officers out there. A matter of fact, one night I was going through a roadblock close to Arnett Garden there, and two young police officers pulled me over, and let me tell you, I had to do a vlog on it, commending them for the tone that they use, commending them for their professionality, commending them for how they dealt with me as a senior citizen, because I'm 61 years old now. You know, they were strictly professional and they carried themselves. So not every single member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force is like that. We still have great, beautiful, wonderful police officers, young men and young women that is working the force. But we, like I say, sometimes as an ex, sometimes they try to pull their policeman, ex-policeman status on a young officer. And like, you're not supposed to ask me certain questions, or you to talk to me, or blah, blah, blah. It's a two-way street. Respect goes where his respect comes from. If you want somebody to respect you, you must in turn respect that person. And I bet you that person will, if they don't start off respecting you, they will eventually respect you in the end. It is a bad situation. It doesn't look good for the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and it also doesn't look good for ex-member of the Constabulary Force. We're all in this world together. We need the police. We need the services of great police force, but we must work hand in hand to make the policeman's job a little bit lighter, because it is a stressful job. Whether you believe it or not, working as a police officer in 2019 is not a bed of roses. So we must first go out there, comply with the request, even if it might sound ridiculous at times. Just follow the request of what the police officer says. And trust me, with your calm, smooth demeanor, he must be an animal for not treating you like a perfect gentleman whenever you're through. And I know in the small amount there are animals out there. Some people, if you even kiss their ass, they're still going to use their police authority and brute force and this and manangle you and all that. But I'm saying we're in this together, man. Right? Respect the police, and the police will in turn respect you. That is just my take, ladies and gentlemen. I think that police officer was a little bit short fused. He could have waited a little bit more to see how the situation panned out. I didn't see that elderly gentleman moving in an aggressive way towards him, like he was being intimidated or frightened or threatened. I didn't see that in the video, right? But I think that both persons could have dealt with the situation a lot better, and the results, I guarantee you, would have been better. Thank you very much for watching. And yes, I was a former member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Rastafari.